All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. And my name is Judson Powell. All right, we'll talk about my man's Chris Rock. And just want to, share my point of view. But here's the deal. Like, I got up yesterday um, early so I could just watch it again. And then I watched it. I watched it again. So I watched it twice. Watched it twice. But what I wanted to find out was I kind of wanted to find out what everybody was saying about it before I said anything. And so I kind of got some criticism at first because I was just basically reporting what I saw on social media that morning, exclusively on Instagram and TikTok. And what I saw on Instagram and TikTok was basically, and it was like kind of surprising because there was a lot of younger people, and they were talking about how they really, they didn't really think it was funny, and they also, a lot of people, especially women, um, did not like the way that he handled things as far as saying things about, uh, I guess, mostly calling Jada the B word. Okay, so that's what I saw. I'm just telling you, and then when I did say that, because I saw a friend of mine, and he was like, well, da 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 da. And I was like, well, most people, at least the early morning crowd, they didn't really like it. So then, as the day went on, then we started seeing stuff. But and here's the thing, men liked it like a lot. So I would say like men liked it. Women kind of were like on the fence, but it was more so about him using the B word when he referred to Jada and that kind of thing. But so then my own personal feelings though, which it kind of got to me to the point where I was just like, I felt like it took him some time to get momentum. And then by the time he got momentum, I feel like, then he was at the Will and Jada thing. And here's the thing, you know, we all get it, but I think it's time to like leave all of this stuff alone, you know. Like I guess I could have seen like if it was done like a couple of months after the slap or whatever, I could have got that. But at this point, it seems like overkill, and I guess this is what I really want to talk about is the fact that we have to stop being and stop falling for the okey doke and for the deception. Because right now, while we're sitting up here, we're talking about Will and Jada, and we're talking about Chris Rock, and we're talking about, this, that, and the other thing, all the different situations that go down. But what we're missing out on is the fact of the people that are really our mortal enemy. they're not doing that right now. They in fact they not thinking about nothing that has anything to do with no comedy special. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to take away your civil rights, your right to vote, your right to free speech, all of that. Because even and that's the other thing I wanted to say is that I feel like all of this stuff with cancel culture and everything like that is just like taking away our freedom of speech. It's not really taken away because now you're afraid to say something, whereas you should not be afraid to say anything. And even if you disagree, I still believe, and I'm one of those like firm believers because like I'm a patriot. These other people, they not patriots, and I know that's like a bad, word to use or whatever, but when it comes down to it, I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in that. I was a communication major, undergrad, mass media arts major, radio, television, and film at Hampton University, and that's my thing. That's what I love. That's my first love. So when any time that's being, I guess, affected, then it is necessary. And I guess I wrote like um, on Facebook where all my kids say that's where all those old people go. All the old people on Facebook, all the young people on TikTok and Instagram, and then whatever else goes on. But I guess I guess what I really want to get at is the fact that we are being deceived by the stuff, by the all these like rivalries and stuff like that. And we got rappers, all of the podcasts are about ex-athletes and ex and rappers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, what is that really doing? While our mortal enemy right now is figuring out how to, ban abortions and repeal marijuana laws and all that kind of stuff is going on, and it's because y'all don't participate. So I gotta see. I gotta wrap this all up in a bow. Y'all don't participate. You gotta participate. The only way that we can change things is to participate. And we got to get out of this whole thing about sitting up there like constantly refreshing the history. Okay, Black History Month is over. Now make some new history. See, that's the thing. We got to start figuring out ways to make some new history and to rewrite things as we as we see them. Right? We got to figure out ways to do this stuff. We can't just sit up there and keep going, oh, well, they did this and they did this. We got to figure out ways to take this stuff back. And the problem is that we got people that are saying don't vote, and then we got trolls that are saying don't vote, and we got people saying, well, we don't like this party, we don't like that party. But are you active? That's the thing. Are you active in that party? Are you going to these meetings? Are you in these things? See, we got to be participatory. We can't sit back and just be like, oh, and everybody ain't got to, everybody ain't got to have a change the world policy. It's just, but, when it comes down to it, you got to register and you got to vote. Just like the margins in some of these states are so slim, but it's like the people who are willing to fight for it, they go out and they vote. But the people, that's why they don't want you to vote. That's why you think they keep on making all this stuff up about voting and all of that? Because really, according to the Constitution, is really the only way to change the Constitution. There's no other way to change things or do anything if you don't show up and vote. And if you don't put your representatives, we live in a representative, I'm just saying, if we want this to work, we live in a representative democracy. All right? If we don't put representatives up there that represent us, then all we're doing is we're falling prey to the people that are not. And there are certain things that we can do right now. And one of the clear things, and how long does it, and that's another thing, y'all act like registering to vote and then voting is like getting teeth pulled or something like that. Like it's a real pain. Like it's a super pain that you get, how long does it take? Even if it takes an hour, how long do you spend BSing for an hour or just doing, see, you're not really thinking. Even if it takes me 4 or 5 hours or whatever, but to keep one of these guys from, even though it was a hoax, right, from reinstating Jim Crow, or it's the reason why people let people walk away with millions of dollars of taxpayer money, and there's no accountability and no oversight for any of this money, and they've been stealing it for years. Those are the type of things that need to be changed. Those are the type of things, and those are the type of things that can be changed if you vote. And the other thing is move in silence. You ain't gotta tell everybody what you're doing. Keep your mouth shut and just do what you do. No matter what your thing, and everybody has the ability to affect the change. Everybody. And you got to think the change. We got to think like we're in the change. And I need, if you don't think like you're in the change, it's not going to change. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the exact same thing. And their playbook is predictable. They got the playbook ain't changed, y'all. And don't be fooled. These things that y'all see, all of these killings of black men and all this. Look how black men are killing other black men for because oh well you messing with my girlfriend, blah 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 blah. They get 7 police officers. I think it was 11 personnel on the Tyree thing. It's crazy. 11 first responders, that's what I meant to say. First responders on the thing. I mean, come on. Be the but and then we got to go back and we say okay what did Malcolm say? Malcolm said they'll pay one of us to do it so that they could say that it was one of us that did it. It wasn't them. And isn't that always one of their defenses? Oh, it wasn't us. Your own people sold you out. It wasn't us. But after they sold you out, we were the ones that whipped your behind every day, right? That's sort of kind of where it goes. So you gotta do what you can do, because we've been at this for too long. We got a common enemy, and we got to stop hating each other, and we got to stop hating people that are of everybody that's in the diaspora. Look, everybody that's in the diaspora, we all got a certain amount of the colonization. Next to the United States, Brazil, we talk about like huge countries like Brazil, and then we got all of the Caribbean islands and all of that stuff. We got, South America, Central America, all of these things. And I'm not saying and the other thing, and stop fighting each other about stupid stuff like where are there indigenous black people? There are indigenous black people. Black people are the indigenous people of the earth, period. Everybody came from the same mother. That's what the science is proving. The science is proven through that Eve gene and DNA and all of this is that everybody came from the same mother. That's why a lot of the stuff, the feminine energy and everything else has been, the wind is just like taken out of the cells. That's what it's all about. So you gotta change since you know what their game plan is. If we know what their game plan is, then we gotta change ours. Or or we gotta be smart, like in basketball, like teams that press don't like to be pressed. Teams that's what I was more so college, but teams that press don't like to be pressed. So we gotta press them if they press us. If they press us, we press them. Same thing. We can't keep on doing the same thing over and over again, expecting what change or different results, right? Because that's insanity, and we can't keep on with the cognitive dissonance. I don't hate nobody. I hate nobody in the church or any church, right? Churches are good for certain things, for keeping order and all of that. It does keep some form of order, and it gives you some type of moral compass. But with that being said, it also enslaves you if you don't know the truth about what's behind it and the metaphysical reality and the esoteric realities that are the spiritual realm. They exist. You are a spirit on a human journey. You are a spirit on a human journey. That's all you are. And you can say, oh, about this, all of this stuff, oh, it's so cold, this is dangerous, it's that, da, 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 da. You can say whatever the hell you want, but the bottom line is that you came from the spirit and you're going to return to the spirit, whether you like it or not. The only problem that you have is that you don't know, you don't have 100% knowledge of where you're going when you leave this plane, right? When you leave this spiritual plane, where are you going? That's what the next step is. So anyway, look, stop being deceived. Stop being deceived. and float through this stuff. That's what I've been telling everybody. Just float through this stuff because it's going to be stuff. It's going to be trials and tribulations and stuff, but just float through it because it ain't going to touch you. I know it ain't going to touch me, right? It is not going to touch you. I decree and I declare that right now. you can't touch this. Stop, hammer time. Anyway, I'm getting silly now. All right. Fast 15 minutes is up. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and please, you can check me out on TikTok, YouTube, and what else are we on? Instagram. Oh, and I'm on Facebook too, but that's my old people page. Bye. I love y'all.